Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today I have a 2021 Volkswagen Tiguan. And as you can see on the tires, we have some Titan snow chain, diamond pattern chains on our tire. So this is really going to be nice for those people that live in snow weather. In the Midwest, we do get quite a bit of downpour of snow, and sometimes you're stuck in a situation where you need to get it out. Other states that have more snow may require these. So this may be something that you're looking to add on to your passenger vehicle to get you through that rough winter weather. Creating the diamond pattern with these square link chains, you're going to see this gives you a lot of added traction, not only on acceleration, but also turning, because you do have these on the side to bite into the snow or ice. Now these are made out of manganese nickel alloy, which means that they're going to be strong and durable and last hopefully through a couple seasons. Now winter weather and driving on chains is obviously hard on these, but they should hold up. They also have resistance to rust and corrosion, which driving in winter weather you're going to have with your salt on the road. In the world of snow chains, there's a bunch of different levels and a bunch of different styles, and this one falls into a category where this is going to get you around in most situations. If you're in maybe a more rural area or a place that has a ton of snowfall, you're going to want to look at your twisted or V pattern. If you're doing city driving and kind of commuting back and forth, you might want a roller style. But this is really going to check those boxes for the person that got kind of caught off guard by snow, or in a place where legally you have to have these on. They're going to fit the bill well. Something else that you'll notice is the color coordination on here really makes this easy, especially for a beginner that hasn't done chains before. You know you have a secure fit, you know that it's sitting right, and it's just pretty easy to use knowing what steps to go through when installing. Also talking about different chains, this is a SAE Class S, and that's really going to fall into passenger vehicles or things with minimal wheel well clearance. So you want to make sure that they're not slapping around. Now, it is pretty tight up here in the strut area, and it is kind of nerve-wracking, but you also are only supposed to drive 30 miles per hour at maximum on these. So when you turn or precarious situations, be mindful you do have chains on your tire. And also, if there isn't snow or ice on the ground, this shouldn't cause too much damage, but also something that you'll want to take off if the snow and ice is gone. So when you buy these chains, they do come as a pair, and you're going to want to pair those two chains on the actual powering drive of your vehicle. Now this is an all-wheel drive Tiguan, but the 4Motion works in a sense that it's mostly front-wheel drive, and when it starts to slip, it goes to the rear. So since most of our power is going to the front, we chose to put it on here. It's also going to be nice too, with front-wheel drive, you're really going to get that traction when turning and accelerating. So the design of this is really nice. It has an integrated system here that holds tension on the chain as you're really tightening it down. You also have this rubber here that stretches and really holds that tension in place, so this isn't going to pop off. So overall, nice construction, nice color coordination, very easy to install. Now spec-wise, this can only be used on wheels that are 15 to 19 inch, which is a large span, but you're also going to want to check to make sure that the chains you get fit your actual tire size. But it is nice if you have two vehicles that share the same tire size and maybe one doesn't see the snow, you can bounce back and forth if you get caught in a pinch. The link thickness on this is 0.145, and that's a nice size to keep it to where it's not clunking around too much, but also going to give you that traction as snow and ice packs into your treads. These are going to stick out and really bite down into it, as well as with the chain style, that'll kind of come out of there and you'll always have bite when you're looking for that traction. The installation on this is pretty simple. Now chances are if you're putting tire chains on, you may be on the side of a highway or in a freezing cold garage doing it. So I understand this may be easy in an air-conditioned facility. It might not be so easy on the road, but having that color coordination, it's really going to give you visual cues to make this a lot simpler while being on the side of the highway in snow. It also holds in place, has tensioners, and it's really simple. Once you do it once or twice, you'll be able to have these on in a snap. So let's walk you through that installation. So tire chains definitely are a little overwhelming looking at times. So to really help you, get one laid out, have it set down. That way you know it's all laid in place and you can kind of get an understanding of what it looks like sprawled out. So you can see that you have a split here in the middle. Now this is actually going to be where the bottom of our tire is placed, and then this will all wrap around it and then connect. So it's very important to note the chains that link onto this cable have a flat side. Make sure that this is facing towards your tire. You don't want the prongs here against the tire or your wheel because it can cause damage. So very, very important that when you install this, you double check to make sure the smooth ends are facing the inside. So something that's helpful, you can see this part of the braided line is yellow coated, and that's gonna be a good designation to let you know where it needs to go. So that's gonna head towards the back of the vehicle. And I'm currently on our driver's side front, so let's show you how to get this installed. So again, keeping that gap separated, that's gonna help me make sure that I have that centered up on the tire. I'm gonna just kind of scoot this forward, place that in the center, and then grab my other piece here. So from there, you're gonna see the end of the cable has this little channel. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap that up here, and we're gonna wanna connect the yellow portion of that. And they'll simply lock in place like that. Give it a nice tug, make sure it's actually in place. So with that, we can now bring the rest of the chain around, and it's gonna start to form the actual chain around the tire. The color coordination also helps a lot on this because it's really going to keep you organized on how this all works. And I'm going to show you how in just a second here. So I have all my tools all brought up. You can see that there's these red hoops as well as this green latch. So you're going to first take your green latch here and hook it to this yellow chain. So with our green hoop in place there, our final step to really get this in place, you're going to take your chain here and you have this hook, and this is going to be a locking mechanism which will help tension this down and keep it in place. So the first step, you're going to want to take your chain and pull it pretty tight, and pushing that in place is going to give you a little tighter feel. And that slot there, you can see the chain link just sits in there, and that's going to hold it in place. So from there, we're going to work our way to this hoop. Now there's two hoops on here, and this tire chain system works on a variety of different sizes of tires, and that's why you have this. So it really comes down to what size tire you have. This one is a 215/65/17, so relatively small. But if you had a smaller tire, you could also use this to gain some of that tension back. So we're going to run this through. And then pulling up here on the chain, you still have a little bit of rubber give. We're going to use this to cinch down onto the highest point we can go on the chain. Now it's important to have this hook facing out, just the same as these hooks here. You have your smooth side facing the tire to prevent punctures. And just about there. There we go. It's nice too that this is rubber coated, because if this does hit your wheel, it stays a little protected. Now you can see the yellow chains actually kind of go on the outside of the wheel. You do have this one here, but it's tensioned down pretty good. So hopefully that should keep your rims from getting scratched up, but just know that there is an inherent risk with using your tire chains. So as you can see on the install, it's very easy to do. And didn't even have to get under the vehicle really to do it. I just had to reach down there and grab that other link, and then the rest of it kind of just attaches up front, and that's going to be really nice, you know, in those precarious situations. Generally, your tire chains are not coming out unless it's bad weather, and being stuck in bad weather and trying to do some highway maintenance or install is never fun. So this makes that nice and easy for you. And once you've done it once or twice on a practice run, you should be able to knock this out quickly without getting yourself covered in snow and wetness. Another nice feature is it does have this carrying bag where both chains come in. So this can sit in the back of your vehicle in a nice small spot, whether it be your spare tire carrier or just in the back hatch or trunk of your vehicle, and you'll have it with you whenever you need to, especially if it's legally required. That was a look at the Titan chain diamond patterned snow chains on our 2021 Volkswagen Tiguan. Hope this helps you make a decision on the right tire chains for your vehicle and keep you safe in winter driving. Thanks for watching.